Hello friends, I am Prakash Chandra Patel. Today I am going to talk about 15 public speaking secrets that will transform the way you talk. This is about the secrets of public speaking. Public speaking means speaking in the public. It demands something different. When you want to speak something, it needs preparation. So when it comes to public speaking, you need to be very careful about your content, what you want to present, and how you want to present what you want to present. So, the most two important facts for the public speaking is that you need to be careful about what you want to present and how you want to present. You need to have the preparations about that, and once you are good at that preparation, you need to be careful about how you are going to present. And this is what I am going to discuss here. Sometimes, in spite of having enough content at your command, you are not able to speak well because of certain circumstances. Maybe you are anxious about what you are going to speak, how you are going to present, and your speaking in the public is not up to the mark. There are so many things that come into play while you want to speak in the public. Your body language, what you want to express, your content, your matter of presentation, and how you handle the audience, how you capture the interest of the people whom you are speaking. You need to take all those things into account. And here I am going to discuss the 15 points, 15 secrets that you have to pay attention to so that you can be a good public speaker. The one important point, first one point is speak to one, influence many. Obviously, when it comes to the public speaking, the people who are listening to you are many. They may be 10, hundreds, thousands, but the listeners are always more than one. Especially when it's a crowd, you have to be more focused. You need to get the attentions of the people in a different way. But whatever may be the circumstances, it says, this point says, whenever you are speaking to the public, the crowd, the hundreds and thousands of people, you should feel as if you are speaking to one person. And when you feel that kind of impression, that kind of situation, you will have a kind of direct contact with the persons. You can have a kind of eye contact. The way you want to express will be on a personal basis. And it's rightly said, the best speakers don't speak to a crowd, they speak to a person. And Barack Obama is a great speaker who is in the belief of this concept. Speak to one and influence many. So when you have direct contact, when you are able to talk to the audience as if they are your friend. You can have good relationship, you can make eye contact, you can have natural smile, and in this way you can become more trustworthy. The people will try to find you at the personal level. It will build trust. They will see you as a trustworthy person. Second point is the pause is powerful. It is not that whenever you speak in the public, just speak fluently, spontaneously, without any pause, like a robot. Whenever certain points are quite important, you need to lay heavy emphasis on that. The important points must be directed with a pause. The pause gives you the weight to the necessary point. Because don't fear the silence, own it. This is what pauses. You have to give a pause, because the pause before and after a key message increases retentions up to 20%. You can remember how this pause has great impact in the iconic speech by Martin Luther King Jr. I have a dream. So you need to have this kind of pause. Point number 3, tell stories, not facts. And in the age of information, in the age of digital age, when you have a lot of chatbots, AI has come into play in day-to-day life. Getting information is not what the audience want to have. By the clicking of the button, you can have access to the world of information. So no one is interested for the facts, figures, and information. Yes, information is there that will inform you, that will give you knowledge. It will make you informative. But when you tell stories, it will transform you. It will give a sense of transformation. What Steve Jobs did in his commencement speech, he told 3 personal stories, and that made history. Because when you use story instead of facts, or instead of just the information, it activates the 7 parts of the brain. The stories activate the 7 parts of the brain, while the facts, information, just do. You can understand. This is how you have to share data. But the more important thing is, sharing data is not important. Share the moments. Tell them the stories. Point number 4. The first 30 seconds decide everything. First impression lasts long. So you should have a very good beginning. You should start with a quotation, start with telling a story, start with different kinds of stupendous expression, because the beginning shows the way. First impression lasts long. People show their interest in you in 1/10 of the second. So you can understand how important is the first impression, the first 30 seconds. You have to be very prepared for the beginning, the first part of your speech. Impressions are formed in less than 1/10 of a second. Start strong. Ask a bold question or share a striking fact. This will be a real beginning. Then speak with a purpose, not just words. When you speak Speak with a purpose. There must be intentions. Just words won't be enough. As you can understand how TED speakers generally use, because purpose is a skill, not a trait. Yes, it is not that you are born with confidence. If you want, you can be a confident person. You can develop confidence. Like public speaking, this is something that you can master, you can learn. So, by the process of learning, you can gain confidence. Confidence is not born, it's built. Even Warren Buffett, one of the richest men of the world, was not confident while he was giving his first speech. 89% of the speakers are scared of the stage while speaking for the first time. Even sometimes it is believed that people are scared of public speaking more than the death itself. But this is a learnable skill. You can develop confidence if you want to practice the actions that will give you the kind of nervousness. So you can build your confidence. Practice plus exposure give you confidence. The more practice, the more exposure to the situations that have scared you, you will gain more confidence. Silence your inner critic. Point number 7. If you have self-doubt, if you are judging yourself, just focus on your positive mindset. Focus less on judgment, more on service. Tell yourself you are there to help. I am here to help, not to impress. Speak from the service point of view, not ego, and you will achieve the point. Rehearsal is not memorization. Just memorization and speaking from your memory, from the facts that you have crammed, won't make you a good speaker. Just remember the important points, have the mental map, and then start speaking. It will be natural, it will be spontaneous. Robotic speech won't be quite impressive. You have to be transformative, you have to be natural, you have to be spontaneous, and you can become a spontaneous speaker if you depend on the mental map instead of memorizing everything. What Tony Robbins generally do. So in this way, you can have a better speaker. Practice the flow, not the exact words. That's why sometimes the same speaker speaks differently on the same topic in different platform, and that becomes natural. That is the strength of a good speaker. Body language speaks louder. What you do matters as much as what you say. Your body language, your facial expression, posture, gesture, everything matters. So whether you are confident, whether you are showing a open body language that can be analyzed, that can be perceived, understood, the way you stand, the way you show your hands, the facial expressions, everything are taken into account. So you have to focus on that also. And it's true that 55% of communication is non-verbal. Non-verbal in the sense that it's through your body language, it's through your facial expression, gesture, tone, paralinguistic features, all those came into play. Just 7% are verbal, means just 7% contribute to your communication in terms of words, sentences. Other means 93% constitute your body language, specialists of paralinguistic speech, or tone, all those things. So you must pay attention to that also. Stand tall, gesture with purpose, smile with your eyes, natural smile. Know your audience. Point number 10, know your audience. You must know your audience. The demographics of the audience. What is their age? What is their taste? What is their gender? What is their profession? Why they want there to be the participants? You have to be careful about all those things, and you can be a better speaker. You have to research on that, about their problems, the solutions they want, their interest, and on the basis of that you have to customize your speech. Even in the middle you have to modify, change your speech in consonance with the interest of the audience. You need to use in your speech the rule of 3. 3 is magic, like Veni Vidi Vici. Yes, Veni Vidi Vici, or yes, we can, Obama's speech. I came, I conquered, and I own. Veni Vidi Vici. Yes, we can. This 3 speech, this 3 words, the catchy phrase, have a good impression, tremendous impact. Triplets are catchy, rhythmic, and easy to remember. So you should use these kinds of phrases. Nervousness is natural, but you have to channelize that nervousness into your action. Instead of saying I am nervous, say I am excited. I am excited. And most of the good speakers know how to channelize their nervousness into the action that they have to use in the public speaking. Rhetorical questions have great impact. You can use rhetorical questions also because it is generally used for thought-provoking situation, and it generally asks the audience to get involved, to get engaged. Then you need to, point number 14, you need to prepare for the worst also. If worst situations comes, you need to be very careful about that. You should have the water, the notes, and the different types of noises. You need to have preparations. You need to have prior preparations for all these mishaps if there will be. And last, point number 15, always end with a bang. Last impression also lasts long. So your beginning and your ending should be quite splendid so that it will have greater impact. And especially end your speech with a positive note. Psychologically, there is a primacy effect and recency effect. Primacy effect and recency effect in the sense that people remember you, what you speak or what you do in the beginning, and they will remember you what you or how you end a particular actions or the events. So you have to be very careful about that. Leave the audience with a goosebumps. Okay? So in this way you can end with a call to action, an emotional quote or a powerful line. And in this way you can be a good public speaker. Yes, public speaking is quite difficult. It's no doubt about that. You have to practice and practice if you want to be a good public speaker. But this is not a skill that you are born with. This is a learnable skill. Learnable skill in the sense that you can learn it if you are interested to learn. You can develop it if you want to practice it daily. You can be a master if you are exposing yourself to this speech time and again on every occasion. So, just follow these tips and get yourself immersed in these activities time and again. Whenever you have the chance, you have to create chance also, create opportunities also, so that you can be part of the public speaking. And in this way, you can master the art of public speaking. Thank you very much. And what part you like most, just write it. Thank you very much.